There must be a mathematical formula for the brute force with which that water is cascading towards the Zambezi beneath. Absolutely no idea what it is, of course. All I do know is that it's power in the roar. And so's this.
Hercules Hold!
An old favourite in strongman. I'm not talking about John Inverdale. I'm talking about the Hercules hold. 160 kilos in each arm, and they've got to hang on to it for as long as possible. Jessin Paulin in his first World's Strongest Man final. And boy, oh boy, does the big Canadian need the points. He's down in last place at the moment. But if he can reproduce the sort of form he showed in the heats, well, he could be in the points again. He's a long way behind the leader, Mariusz Pudzianowski. But this youngster is a real addition to our strongman final, I tell you. He's very, very popular. He's just a little bit off balance there. And perhaps favouring his left arm. The right arm looks a little higher. I'm not sure what's going on here. It's bad enough trying to stand on two legs. He's going to make it more difficult standing on just the one. Look at those giant triceps hanging underneath his arm. But the stress here is across the shoulders and the chest, and the crowd are really now beginning to get behind him. Over 55 seconds. This is a very, very good effort from Jessin Paulin, and it's gone just a fraction underneath 1 minute, 59.4, and at last we've seen some of the talent that this guy has got. That was a great effort by the Canadian.
59 seconds. How good do you think that will be?
I think it's a pretty good time, but I wanted to go for 1:30.
Did you?
Yeah, make myself really clear, so make it really untouchable. So going first in the event, there's still 9 guys to go, so I'm gonna have to sit and wait.
It's Jarek Demek this time. Disappointing start to this final, but we'll see what the Pole can do. His teammate and training partner Mariusz, of course, is way in the lead at the moment. Now, just check out the size of this guy's arms and shoulders. He's trying to relax. Look at that. He's being stretched to the limit. 352 pounds in each arm. That is a massive total. And a massive time that's been set by Jessin Paulin. Look at his biceps, his deltoids. And he's trying to relax. It's an unbelievable prospect, isn't it? 35 seconds gone. And now the crowd reacting just as they did for Jessin Paulin. And now the stress is beginning to tell. And it's hurting, and he's gone. Jarek Demek's time, 47.64. I think he's okay, no harm done, but he's in second place for the time being. He's just checking his hands to make sure there's no damage. That was good.
And at the end, what is happening? Your fingers say no more?
Oh, every time same problem. My right hand lose the grip, and I start screaming, and then left hold, but right not hold and running.
Well, here's a man who's made a storming start to this final in his very first appearance, Varastyuk of the Ukraine. We were saying earlier about the impact that the Eastern Europeans have had on World's Strongest Man final. They really have got a good circuit set up in Eastern Europe for all sorts of strongman shows and competitions, and that is why this sport is so popular now. I'll never forget seeing his brother competing in the European Indoor Championships when he won a bronze medal, and boy oh boy was he proud. Just like his brother here, Vasil. Going well, 30 seconds gone. And it's still, of course, a massive lead by Jessin Paulin at 59.40. And Demek is in second place, 47.64. And he's closing in on that now. And Varastyuk's just let go. A little bit annoyed with himself, 44.68. He's going to have to wait and see whether he can get big points from that time. We'll have to wait and see.
In the middle of the pack came Jeff Dolan, 38.67 for the Canadian. He was then followed by Sven Carlsen, disappointing for the Viking, 33.83. And as far as Hugo Girard was concerned, he was banking on big points here, but only just over 31 seconds.
Well, it's still all to go for Raymond Bergmanis, one of just a small handful of athletes to go in the Hercules hold. 5 seconds, looking steady. Apparently he's had his hair cut in celebration of something, but what it is he's celebrating, I'm not quite sure. But the Olympic weightlifter has certainly got a strong grip. He's proved that on countless occasions in European, World and Olympic Championships for weightlifting. Is he steady? Yes, he is. Eyeballs out, total concentration. 35 seconds gone for Bergmanis. Can anybody close in on the time set by the Canadian Paula at 59.4? He's got 45 seconds. This is good. Oh, it's just gone, 47.65. But that is a satisfactory finish, I think, for Raymond Bergmanis. A good time by the Latvian.
It's anchor power today in my arms, and we need the points, and that is not very good events for me. But I concentrated, and when I wake up today, I feel it very good.
Look up to Zydrunas.
Zydrunas Savickas to go next.
Are you ready?
In second place overall, just behind Mariusz Pudzianowski, who's still to
See
go.
your face, please.
Not quite sure why Douglas Edmonds is saying he needs to see his face. Maybe he wants to see what sort of agony he's got this guy in.
15.
There's not a lot of movement involved in the Hercules hold. It is static. But by the time these guys are just at the limit, the agony running through the arms and the fingers and the palms of the hand is just about too much to bear. 35 seconds gone. Oh, and he's gone! That is a massive surprise. Only 36.03.
A golden chance, you'd have thought, for Samuelsson to score heavily, but he could manage just over 41 seconds.
Well, how about this? Our last competitor, Mariusz Pudzianowski, the overall leader, and it's still Jacen Paulin in the lead. And what a lead it is. It's about 12 seconds longer than anybody else has achieved, 59.04. You can't really see his eyes. He's got those dark spectacles on. Now, how about these for muscles? Oh, and look at the stretch on the deltoid muscle there. Just over 6 feet tall, weighs over 20 stones in body weight, and there's hardly an ounce of body fat on that body. He's more like a bodybuilder, despite the fact he is a great strongman. I'm just having a little look round there, nothing to see except a lot of spectators cheering him on, and he's saying, yes, yes, I can do this, and I think he's going to go into second place. Is it over 50 seconds? It's enough. 50.65, he's in second.
Zydrunas had a very bad performance there, and now you have a very big lead, so are you feeling very confident?
Jeszcze zostały dzisiaj tylko kule. Jeżeli kule dzisiaj już dobrze zrobię, już będę spokojny.
Well, very confident and justifiably so, but Paulin breaks his stranglehold on victory in the individual events, but it does mean that Pudzianowski now leads by 7 clear points. An unparalleled start by the powerful Pole. Surely he can't keep this pace up. Behind him, though, the battle's well and truly on for second.